Alright, good morning. It's a little past 6:30 this morning, out working on the concrete pad fence area. What I'm going to try to do is finish out this trench. We're going to bury some pipe in there, so I've got a collection basin that I'm putting on the other side of the concrete pad to carry the water from the backyard on out under the pad and over here into this green belt area. So as it gets a little more daylight, it'll be a lot easier to see, so it'll probably be a lot of fast motion stuff, but I'm trying to get this finished out because we got a lot going on today. I've got pea gravel getting delivered. I'm going to go pick up some rebar and pick up some plastic lumber. So let's get going. So as promised, here I am digging out the ditch. I'll get this fast motion cranking on this pretty quick because it's rather boring. I got to get this knocked out, so John's going to be ready to run and get the rebar here in just a few minutes. So I kind of use a technique of loosening it up with the big shovel and then getting down on my knees and cleaning out what I've loosened up with the sharpshooter type shovel. So here comes John with some refreshments.
Thank you, sir.
Hand me that empty one.
And now we are off to Danielle Steel. That's the name of the steel company that's local to me. They have rebar and all kinds of stuff. Well, actually, all kinds of stuff as long as it's all kinds of rebar. Going by and picking that up direct. The nice thing is they're cutting that into some 11-foot links for me. So I'm only having to buy what I need, and it's just going to make it a whole lot easier.
Calm down there.
You okay back there, Emma? So anyway, I'm going to jump out of the truck. I'm going to run in here and get Jody paid for this material, and then they'll have us probably pull on through the back and wait to get loaded. So we only had to wait maybe 5 minutes for them to get the stuff together that they had cut already. So they just put it on the overhead crane, bring it to me. That's some of the shorter stuff there. I bought quite a few for this project. Several 11-footers along with a lot of 20-footers, and then some short pieces to drive into the house. So those are only 24 long. And that kind of completes our order. Kind of get a look at the size of this facility. It's pretty large. You'll see a semi pulling up here behind me in just a minute. So that's probably what they do mostly, is loading semis for larger projects, but they're happy to help with a little project like mine as well. Now you might notice I'm not using any cleaner on this, but this is just some drain pipe. This isn't going to have any kind of pressure in it. It's just going to be some water that's coming off the backyard from the gutter system. So one could really put this together without any cement at all, but okay, so what we'll have now is
this little pop up, whenever the water comes down this pipe, it'll pop this little part out. So what I'm gonna need to do though, is I'm gonna put me another little piece of pipe in here and pull this up just a little bit. Have this drop down a little further and have this up here probably just below level with the ground. Okay, so I want to get you guys a shot of kind of what's going on. The pad's going to come to the corner of this fence, going to go back to the house, and then that's the drainage coming from the backyard will come through all that pipe under the pad and through here.
So as you can see, we got a rebar laying here. This is where the pipe heads over into the backyard. Let's jump back here in the backyard and put this basin.
I don't know, a month, getting some weeds growing up around it, but everything's working great. I've had a few rains on it, and no issues whatsoever with it trying to go anywhere but where I want it. So let me show you what the other end looks like. I just ran the sprinklers out here so you can see a little bit of water puddling right behind where this outlet is, and it just kind of pops up as water comes through that catch basin. So it's working perfectly. A little bit of a low area, but once I get grass growing here real good, as you can see, I've got it seeded. That'll be just fine. The grass will use up all that water. As little as we get over here in the Dallas area, that'll be perfect.